There's the substrate moving. Oh hey, it's limited by that. I figured as much. I figured it'd be limited by the this, by the this, by the this. Speaking of which, this could be a Mark III with better outputs. So yeah, chip shooter. Chip shooter machine. Yeah, that thing. Output, input, power, request, provide, intelligent units. Ta-da! Stuff. Things! Just as soon as the condo processor moves, like once, that we just placed, the thing that we just placed, are... Why? Why you no move? You? You are moving. Oh, that's the cores? Where's the processor? Where did I just put the actual condo processor itself? I have... Oh, there it is. Here. It moves. It lives. I have... Oh, those are... What? Cores? Oh, did I just do core twice? Yes, I did. Oops. This was supposed to be the actual processor. Yeah, you know what? Just get rid of all of the requests there for a second. There you go. There you go. There's your things. Oh yeah, the zinc oxide nanoparticles. That's gonna be a biggie there. Now, tell me you've made things. Or you will make things. Ooh, my inventory! Oh noes! I need slots for things. Alright, yeah, you're moving! Hello, condo processors. So that means that I now have intelligent units. Ta-da! We're done. We've got things. They're moving. They need to move productively. So we have a few of these now. Just a few. Yay! I can make Mark III bots. I think. Here, let's see. I'm not actually going to make the Mark III bots on screen today because that's a long process of upgrading the Mark IIs. But yeah, so as soon as I get the tech, actually, because I don't have the tech yet, I guess it's a utility science tech that'll unlock these. But once I get them, once I get the tech, I can get them now. Yay, because all those things are required for utility science. All those things are required for utility science. Or maybe it's just that I can't handcraft it. That's what it is. I can't handcraft it. It's here. It's in this list, which means I've unlocked it. So it's not a tech unlock. It's a just handcrafting thing. Can't craft it by myself because grease. So yeah, once I set those buildings down, I can have all of the things, both types of things. The thing is, I have to sort of replace like 14,763 Logibots, as well as 11,966 construction bots with the Mark IIIs, which, you know, the Mark IIIs are so much better that I would only need a small fraction of that number to do everything because they are significantly faster and carry significantly more than the Mark IIs. They are a big, massive, gigantic upgrade over previous stuffs. So, that is Intel units. We're done with Intel units. Whew. The only other thing required for utility science that we need is perfect samples. Perfect samples are going to be a little bit of work to acquire. This is the big quote-unquote thing that we need. The big production processing chain thing that we need to take care of. However, it's not as bad as one would at first imagine. It is not all that bad. Most of this is just place a single building down, and make that single building operate. Most of it. The key exception being the Schrodinger antelopes. Now, I've put a list here with novins that note also some of this is going to require yadles. So we have to begin a little bit with yadles, and we have to begin with production of a few other things. We're also going to need to launch rockets. We're also going to need to launch rockets. Yeah. So, I think step one here is I'm going to set up the Yadel line so that I have them. The Yadel line is going to be this. Exactly this. Do I have the special fungal substrate brought to my base? I don't. Brought to my mall? I don't know. If I don't, I'll add it. But yeah, that's going to be this. That's going to be this, and it's going to need nitrogen for it. So, just casually, hey, give me nitrogen. That. I want this, like, rotated a little. And, just, like, all the things. All the things! All of it. And then you can beacon it and get, like, tons of stuff. Just, nitrogen on demand. That's apparently not the line I'm going to be drawing. Yeah, so it's more like that type of a thing. I can add power to you just fine. There you go. Enjoy the power. You need 540. Right. Here, have things. Have all of the air that you could ever desire. And yeah, alright. Alright, I just copy-pasted and used nanobots, so therefore the tailing spawns won't vent until I place them manually. That's a thing, by the way. Always pay attention to that. Let's see. Go down to there. That's it, right? Yes, that is it. Just do the request and check to see if I need to bring in that substrate. I do not need to bring in the substrate. I already have it. Good. Very good. I am happy about that. Now what I'm going to do is make sure that I have provided power to this. I am going to copy and not there. There. That will do it. That should be tileable all the way down the line. Then it's just grab the whole thing and paste it below. And that should be 40. It's a few more than what I really need for this. Just a few more. And just add a little bit of power to that. So Yadles! There's the Yadles. Oh, right, water. We'll do the water on the other side. Yep, the water is gonna be right there. Ta-da! Just as soon as the water, makes its way all the way down. Because, yeah, it slowly fills 2,000 units on each thing. I want to see these animate. I want to see the animation. of these things. That would be quite convenient. There it is. There it is. It's moving. We've got our little spider bots walking across. We've got all the like poofs of spores and such being let loose. Speaking of spores, I definitely have enough being made in my mall as it stands. But yeah, poofs. They poof. They do poofing. All right, there's Yadles. They are prepared and done. Apparently, I have 0 Logibots free right now, which means that I'm actually constantly letting more loose into the system. So there's even more that'll need to be upgraded as we go along. All right, that's Yadles. Next is the Schrodinger Antelope. Oh, goodness gracious me. This requires non-zero amounts of tritium, which is a thing. Let's look at this. So this is 5 tritium per second. Note that we do not need to do this in perpetuity. We just need enough to make a sufficient number of beginning starter antelope. We also need to like make the cages for those antelope. So I need to like put down a thing to make antelope cages. You. Please produce them productively. Because it's not the production of the initial cages that I have to worry about. It's the return, or lack thereof, of the cages. By the way, just another reminder to Pyandodon that, slash King, if he's the one that does it, ultimately, none of the recipes to slaughter the antelope return the containers. Only the recipe for the gastricorg for utility science returns the cage. Only our dimensional gastricorg recipe will return a container for the antelope. The actual slaughtering for strangelets, yeah, that does not return any containers. Just so as we're clear on that point. And I should have all of the things to make the glorious and beautiful containers. Just waiting on the bots to do their thing. Alright, so we need to make a few things. I have made fusion reactors, so that is not the issue. I need to make all of the things to actually run the operation here. Do note that this is doing this tritium. I am absolutely like really depending on the use of the god modules on this, on the productivity to make the heavy water and the deuterium. This would be massive. This is 50% productivity on 50% on the best module of the available in Bob's mods with God Module 5. It is plus 50%. Without the God modules in here, this is like absolute insanity levels of amounts of stuff. Let's get rid of them so that we can see that it is 21 DDCs to make 25 deuterium, and then it's 75 quenching tower Mark 3s and 37,500 units of pressurized water. Also, pressurized water is another one of those words that is I-Z-E-D, not I-S-E-D. This is the same thing as with fertilizer. It needs to be pressurized. Z ED. But yeah, the 37,500 to get 5 tritium. 5. Right? So it's also 1,000 supercritical steam, which is like a bit over a gigawatt. I think I've done some of the math here. It's actually like a little over a gigawatt ish of at this particular temperature of power, and it gives you helium-3, which also, by the way, currently there might be an issue. No, it'll get used. It gets used here to make hotter stuff. It continues the line of fusion. So if you're continuing the line of fusion and like spending your tritium and spending your helium-3 with even more deuterium, you can get more power out of this system. It's just, generally speaking, only viable with productivity in a, in a mod inherently designed to dodge the use of productivity like the plague. So, yeah, it's interesting. Ratio of 3 to 4 to 1. All right. Sure. We'll go with that. Ratio 3 to 4 to 1. And it'll produce some amounts of power in the gigawatt scale. I'm not going to use it for power. Period. Like full stop. Not going to use it for power. Why are you 2? You will need a module, a beacon. But yeah, I should only need to grab some quenching towers and compressors. Let's get rid of some stuff from my inventory that I don't currently need. I will need to grab those DNA things, though, those gene labs, so I'll hold on to those. I can get rid of some of the other stuff, though. Alright, continuing along. By the way, it's going to be like 3-ish, ultimately, of these Mark IIIs with all of the modules. It says 1, but I would need to like shove it into a tank. I might just shove it into a tank. Yeah, we can shove it into a tank. We'll just use 1 rather than several. Make sure that I'm pinned that so I know the buildings I need to grab. Oh, I left my dude, my car behind. Oh no. I left my Phydicis behind. That can cause problems, I think. Also, I can actually make the next fusion reactor, although I think this is limited to being done in this one. So even though there is another level of reactor, it's used for other things. It just took all of my reactors away from me. There, have other reactors. There, fusion reactors, and I need to grab the compressors while I'm up here. Wherever I put those. Oh, compressors, where are you? I need you to compress some stuff for me. Might just be faster to just, request compressors, which are here. Just request them. Have my bots bring them to me as I go back to my vehicle. My Phydicis! I need my Phydicis! Wherever I parked you. So that we can set up some tritium. Also, I totally got rid of the one building that I actually need to make the antelope with the tritium. Like, why would I do this thing? Hello, creature chamber. Yeah, I need you. I need these things. I need these creature chambers. By the way, one thing about the Phydicis that I do not like, there is this pulsing sound on it. Here, let me Let me crank up environment sounds just briefly for you. It breathes. You hear that? It's doing that the entire time that you're in it. This loud breathing sound. That is I think the most annoying thing about the Phydesis is that sound, and it does not stop. It does not stop as long as you're in the thing. By the way, these also have like rave parties associated with them. Their own loud music. Yeah, there's lots of cool noises added, sounds with the Pi suite. It's just, you know, some things are way too loud and annoying and consistent. Like the Phydesis breathing. Alright, let's do stuff. Let's do stuff. Let's make our tritium. Starting with one of these doohickeys going into a tank, making pressurized water. Oh, right. It's gonna need, like, all of the actual water, too. Oh, hey, I've used... right, yeah, that's a thing. So productivity means I need less actual water, as if that matters, to make pressurized water. Like, as if that even remotely matters. Also, apparently there is a limit on how fast a tank will fill. Can that be overridden with a pump? Yes, it can. Okay. So pump pumps faster than the standard just port to port. That means I should, whenever I need other sharing of things, that I should actually have pump to pump, right? That I should just do this if I ever need multiple stuffs. Multiple tanks of things, that it should have the pumps between them. To actually improve it, unless it's more than 1200 in this particular case where it's 2 that share. I don't know. Nor do I think I particularly care. So let us say that is done. That goes into the oh right, I need a quenching tower. Duh. Bring me quenching. I know it's in here. Hello? There you are. Off to the side. Bring me quenching tower. I'm not in my vehicle again. Get in the vehicle and stay in it. So, yeah. That is a thing. Clearly. This will, you know, go directly into the quenching tower when it arrives. When our beautiful quenching tower arrives. Let's see. Let's get the doohickey placed. That'll consume my tritium. Oh yeah. Also, so the logistic stations. I broke the game again. They are also non-functional properly. Just for reference, even the logistic stations are borked. The Ocula are still borked. The Ocula are still borked. So by the way, with the logistic stations, I think it suffers the same problem with nanobots, where, you know, if you delete the building and place it down again, it crashes the game. Well, it errors. with a nil value if you remove the entity and place down the next with a bot. I can show it through a, like, I have to save first. 72 test. Also, I couldn't get it to actually move things. Let us resume. I should have, by the way, some production of these beautiful things. So I will bring these. I set those up, by the way, because this sort of requires them. And if I can remember where I put my building actually making the logistic thingies. I don't even remember where I put the building making the logistic thingies, but I can show that quickly. Just bring me some of those. What happens with the Ocula is that the Ocula will bring stuff to you out of its network, but the moment it actually delivers its object to you, there is an error on idle. It doesn't know what to do once it actually delivers the thing to you. There's some nil value on idle. That's what I remember about that particular error with the Ocula. It just, if I'm not... You did not fix it. It was not pushed, I guess. It still happened yesterday. Yesterday, I tested this. Yesterday, I tested this. And it errored on me. I can show that again too. We can do the thing with the Ocula as well. We can do the thing with the Ocula. Give me some iPods. We'll do this test. Testing with Otaku today. Resume. I have... So. Place 2 logistic stations, right? And power them. So I have placed 2 logistic stations. One has a... They both have the same network ID, by the way, when you place them. I have no idea what this network ID is supposed to even be. But yeah, let me... Where are these things? Yeah, these are good things. I like these things. Give them power. No power indicator as well on these. So if one is output, the other is input. I've got a thing, right? There. What's supposed to happen here? This I guess is supposed to send stuff out. And this is supposed to take stuff in, and I guess they're sharing an ID, which means that they should be like connected. I don't know, but yeah, I can put stuff in these, and it's the opposite. Okay, well, if I put this as input, and I put output here, we can have stuff in each of these. We can have stuff in each of these, and I am putting stuff in a thing that is input, and I have a thing that is marked output, and I can take this stuff out. Nothing's happening. Literally nothing. The input, output. Nothing, literally nothing is happening. 402. Okay, something moved. It did move. But this was... Something did not... Let's see. Let's take everything out. You're saying that the input is the one that is supposed to be in, right? So if I put that in, it should go here? Or is it the other way? Is it here goes in and that goes out? Because... Does this happen like every minute? When does this happen? When does this happen? I've also had instances of stuff just disappearing and nothing happens with it. It just disappears and it doesn't go anywhere. As well as, I don't know if it's the same thing being the same ID number either. If I make this like ID 1, what does that even do? Or put it ID 0. What does that even do? And here, let me not save. Nothing changed. Nothing changed. It needs a non-zero ID for both of them? Hey! It needs a non-zero ID. Great. That doesn't... It did it with a non-zero ID. Okay, so I can send, like, all the things. They move. Ish. Not everything moved. Okay, so as I bring stuff back, apparently there is some sort of a limit as to what moves. Max of 10 different items. Yeah, oh god. Off. And then on. Because it just brought me a whole bunch of stuff. So now, what will happen if I cut this and then paste it down? Okay, so that looks like it worked okay. If I pick it up and place it down, pick it up and place it down, pick it up with that, and then place... Okay, so it's Cloud ID 0, right? There. Ahem! I present to you a crash with the logistics system. Allow me to present to you the crash. The crash. There it is. Hello, there's the thing. Attempt to index field question mark, a nil value. There's the crash that happened. How I break these things all the time. And then the Ocula thing, that's the other thing. I need iPods delivered, I guess. Give me my iPods so I can show this again. Unless it's somehow the code for it was put into this most recent update where... Come on, it can't take you this long to give me the stupid iPods. I've got, like... Oh, they're chasing me, that's why. Okay. 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 Be calm. Be calm. No, it's just frustrating when people tell me that my experience is not valid, that I didn't have an experience that I know I had. That's what's frustrating at times. All right, let's see the Ocula. I've placed the Ocula, right? I have unleashed the Ocula. They are in the network technically. If I go outside of my network, put some request in for something they can access easily. I got no idea what to access here to request, but anyway, like here, bring me rich clay, tons of rich clay. Bring me these things so we can see the stuff happen. So there go the Ocula. They are going out to grab a thing. They are moving. They are performing exactly as I would expect them to perform. Of course, they are also using the Biter AI, because of course they are, for the motion, I guess. They're pathfinding. They're going to find something that I guess I'm requesting to bring to me. They don't have a they don't have the icon, by the way, of what they're holding on to. Oh hey, there's a whole bunch that are just hanging out. Okay, here's a whole bunch hanging out. Oh, hey, it's a non-recoverable error. Error on event on AI command completed. Attempt to index field idling at player, a nil value. This is the same ish. I think this is the exact same error that I had reported that you said was fixed. So, hey, confirmed that it's not completely fixed, at least not on existing games. So there's that error. We have broken the game twice. All right. Let us now keep continuing with the actual things that I wanted to do. I have not started a new game to see if these things are affecting new games for me. Nor do I particularly intend to. What do I look like? A person who is a tester? Do I look like an actual tester for this? No, I'm not. I am a person who plays the game, who happens to have done some testing. But let's see. I need the antelope. Antelope! Antelope! Is it even being made in this? There it is. There it is! That little thing also needs fetal serum. Okay, I should have at least the quenching towers, right? Yes, I have my quenching tower, which needs to be rotated and placed there with all the beautiful modules in it. Yes, do also note that this save began in version 0.17. Like, can we just take that as a frame of reference that this save started in version 0.17 of Factorio and is now in 0.18. 18 and all of its iterations. So there's that too. This is going to need an obscene amount of sulfur, but not much I can do about that. And absolutely 20.84 sulfur. We can say that that is done. That is the heavy water that will go into a DDC to create deuterium productively. As productively as possible. Okay, output port there, making a whole 25. Alright, I also need some liquid helium for this. That's why I have the compressors. I'll go over to my helium and just pipe over the liquid helium. I think so. The best spot's probably here to make the liquid helium. Speed modules only, just for reference, not going to use the god modules giving me productivity for this, because that would be not the greatest. Oh, right. How much? Oh. Yeah, actually, I have to do this a little with a bit more space. I need a little more space for this. Unfortunately. The reason for that is the water. I need to have one of these for the water. Gasoline I'm not worried about, it's just I need that for the water. And then a pond, tailings pond for the steam output. That'll be somewhere over there. This will be somewhere over to the left as well. Where is the gasoline? Where is that gasoline line?